Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a do-it-yourself silicone mold just using everyday household silicone. It's cheap, it's cost effective, and for do-it-yourselfers out there, it's kind of like the best thing since sliced bread. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take these horns that I intend to mold, and I'm brushing Vaseline on them. You could use cooking spray or whatever, but I'm just using Vaseline. I've used double-sided tape to hold them down. So the first thing that I'm going to use is this yellow sunlight. Other sunlight works, but I just find that the yellow sunlight works the best. So what we're going to do is I have this bucket of water. We're going to use this to wash the silicone. It's just regular household silicone. The first thing we want to do is make this water look like Gatorade. Now we're going to put the silicone in. And as suggested, just squish around. What this does is it makes it so that the silicone only actually sticks to itself. You want to make sure that it's all being washed. So it takes a bit of working. Now I'm trying to make this base coat nice and pressed. Make sure there's no bubbles in there, because bubbles will leave pits and divots that you'll have to work out later. Now if you were doing something bigger, this is actually the ideal kind of thing. You can do this with anything, but the more complex the mold you make, the more difficult it's going to be to use this method, and you're better off using a smooth-on mold or something of that ilk. Or with bigger ones, you also need to use a plaster jacket to support it. I'm going to make sure I keep building up so that there's enough material to safely hold the resin or plaster or whatever I choose to make molds out of. Eventually we're going to have to flatten this out so that they can sit. And I put one last coat around this one here so that it's nice and thick for when I put other material in. Now I'm just flipping it over to make sure it has a nice flat spot so that it'll stand. Now that enough time has passed, I can simply pull out the horn. And it's hard to see, but inside is all the grooves, all the nooks, all the crannies. Now I'll pour a mold and see if they actually worked. Now that I've cured the mold, I'm going to, before I pour a first pour, I'm going to brush the inside with Vaseline again. This will serve as a bit of a releasing agent. You're going to make sure you get it, for something like horns, you're going to make sure you get it all the way down in. Now I'm going to use this 5-minute 2-part epoxy. Mix it together and pour it in. Although I'm going to do an experiment and mix this epoxy with this glitter. Make me some shiny horns. I'm kind of thinking, I suspect that the glitter is going to dissolve inside of the epoxy and not be so glittery, but there's only one way to find out. So first, I probably should have mixed this first, then added the glitter, but what's done is done. Alright, enough time has passed, we should just boom. There we have it. Glitter horns. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy this sort of thing, let me know in the comments below.